learned Sri S. Singh, President, EMEA, learned Professor C.S. Evolve Maitai, Director, CEST Manipur University, Madam Sonam Kasira, Managing Committee Member, FIO, Sri Michael Achong, Secretary Textile and Commerce and Industry Government of Manipur, Sri Kaushik Datta, Notice in charge, FIO Guwahati, all the distinguished entrepreneurs, friends from the media, and ladies and gentlemen. Manipur, I think, and I believe, is in the threshold of very rapid process of industrialization. We have fairly regular supply of electricity. The transportation network has been considerably improved. The road network from Imphal to the border town of Moreh, its expansion and its improvement to improve the traction capability of the road is going on at a very fast speed. The railway line has reached few days back Tamangong district, and Manipur is very well connected by air. Before the pandemic, at least 3-4 flights used to reach Manipur from Delhi, and at least 2-3 flights from Calcutta. Now it's going to be linked up in a matter of 4-5 months with some of the Southeast Asian countries. There is fairly improved and developed banking facilities. Last 1 decade, the number of millionaires have increased to a very encouraging, proportion in the state. Number of entrepreneurs, both from the ladies as well as from the Jain side, have also come out. Therefore, and of course, the workers, number of workers, there has been an ongoing process of depeasantization of the rural areas of Manipur, both in the hills and the valley. Number of people who have come out in the labor market have increased tremendously, and therefore there is the precondition for some kind of a takeoff is already there, and I think Manipur has already taken off. Handloom and handicraft has been one of the important consideration even during the colonial times. Silk industry was examined by a British company, but it could not fructify. Handloom sector was considered as a very important area, and exhibitions were conducted by a lady administrator, Madam Jolie, during the first half of the 20th century. Samples were taken to many cities in India as well as to Europe. For reasons unknown, although Manipuri handloom were very much in demand, it was not able to create that kind of a demand as it used to create in some other states. But handloom, because it's not a perishable item, and in the nearby countries, particularly in Myanmar and Bangladesh, Manipuri handloom, particularly in Myanmar, the Achik brand of lungi. Achik is a brand, is a particular category of lungi which was worn by the aristocrats and the upper middle class in Burma, and Achik brand of lungi was used to be and still is being woven by the Manipuri weavers in Burma. But the number of Manipuri Achik weavers in Burma is limited. Burma is a very big country, and therefore one can think of encouraging our weavers. Practically, we have some loom or the other in Manipur, and one can think of encouraging weaving Achik brand of lungi in Manipur so that it can go and it can supply the nearby, say, Burmese market. Similarly, one can do some kind of a market survey of the nearby Bangladesh. Bangladesh Manipuri population has been considerably declining, but the market that the Manipuri weavers had created in the Bangladesh market was quite considerable. This needs to be examined. And as it is, Bangladesh is also a very important textile producing and assembling centers of many of the famous textile brands in the world. Another important thing which can be considered is, as Professor Bohr also had indicated, we can think of exporting trained manpower, particularly the nurses. We have a good number of nursing colleges, and advanced East Asian countries like Korea and Japan, they have a majority of older population. The fertility rate of Korea as well as Japan is coming down, and therefore there is an increasing demand for nurses. Manipur University is particularly encouraging teaching of Korean language. We have already opened BA Korean program. Plus, the Korean Foundation has encouraged some of the professors to take up Korean teaching program in some of the schools and colleges affiliated to Manipur University. And recently, the skill hub, which is just been sanctioned by the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Skill, we are going to take up this program of encouraging this foreign language, particularly Japanese language. We are going to admit students who have completed 10 classes to be in this category of this skill hub. Manipur is also, because we can earn a lot of foreign currency in that, because our nurses, they have got command over the English language, they are very smart, they can communicate, they are very outward going, they are very helpful, and our nurses are very much known, at least in India and in some other countries in Southeast Asia. We have also got fairly good number of organic agricultural and horticultural products. We have already heard about the turmeric and ginger and black rice. Apart from that, bamboo and the bamboo products as food items, and with a little bit of more researches. The Life Science Department and the Biotechnology Department of Manipur University have undertaken a few interesting research projects in the different aspects of bamboo and the bamboo products. Apart from that, bamboo has been historically an important product of Manipur even during the 19th and the 20th century for earning, revenue. And we have the, just across the border, we have the paper mill industry in Silchar. And Jiribam is very ideally located in order to explore the possibilities of developing many varieties of bamboo-based furnitures. Recently, one Manipuri student who was trained in the National Institute of Design, he, in collaboration with some other industries, I've got photograph, he had sent me the photos. Along with a few other industries, he had cured bamboos of different categories. And these cured bamboos were used in the manufacture of sofas, chairs, dining tables, and so on and so forth, at a considerably cheaper, but aesthetically very attractive, at the same time very much in demand in many areas of eastern parts of the country. And therefore, this can also be an important area for consideration. Now, bamboo can still be used as, Sri Kumar has just stated about the problem of packaging, because packaging is as important as any other industrial product. May I remind you that during the 19th century, the entire export from India, agricultural export from India to Europe, it was done with hemp which was available, which was produced in the East European countries. But because of the Crimean War, hemp production was stopped, and it was because of that jute production was increased in many parts of Bengal, and the jute products was used for the productions of the packaging industry in India. So similarly, one can think about either recycling the available products or the bamboo products, because packaging is equally important as any other industrial products. And there are a number of things, because as on date, I think it's a matter of 5, maximum 10 years that the entire, this small state is going to be open. All these highways will be coming, and big trucks will be going off and on throughout the valley and the hills. So number of warehousing facilities, assembling facilities, maybe I'm sure that the present congestion, the present increase in the demand for buying up of much of the agricultural land in Manipur Valley may be related to this trend of land speculations for construction of, say, assembling and other, warehousing facilities. Now, ladies and gentlemen, so therefore, Manipur is in the soul of that kind of a, takeoff. It has, I think, it has already started. But for pandemic, there will have a continuous inflow of foreign currency because of tourism, because Manipur everywhere, because tourism, all the Europeans now, they are not interested in going for big hotels and things like that. They want to go back to the natural world. So I must say that we are sitting on mines of tourist resources, but tourist heads already started flowing in, but because of some other political and other unrest in the state and some other policies of the government of India, the rush of inflow of tourists, it could not come up to our expected level. But nevertheless, if the pandemic, if it subsides, then I think there will be plenty of tourists who should be coming to this part of the country, including Manipur, and we have a lot of opportunities. And for that, our university and many other institutes in the states, they have been training the manpower to meet the requirements of the increasing inflow of the tourists.